I used to wonder what friendship could be in grade school because I had no friends.
You see, I don't like that you spoke over this really cool 8-bit MLP theme song that I'm now forced to speak over to chastise you.
What, you expected us to just be completely silent from the intro? Since when have we ever done that?
I mean, I'd like to do it. I don't feel the need to... no, that sounds insulting to you. I don't say you feel the need to talk all the time, but I'm fine with just not talking sometimes. Also, I really like all of this. Like the dedication in infusing these two franchises in such a seamless way. Already, I'm just like, yeah, I'm so into this.
Yes, well, wait, did one of the things just come up? I'm not even completely sure. But yes.
Oh wait, they're the bad guys?
Yes, they've been brainwashed by Discord and we must set them free.
I like kind and generous. And they're just looking so evil.
Yeah, I mean, they're literally... Part of the sprites are just from the Mega Man 2 Robot Masters. Just like... I forget which one Rarity was. I think it was... Maybe that was Bubble Man? I'd have to look again. Unfortunately, like... Rarity stage, let's see. So I'm suddenly this section like, okay, cool, was not prepared for that.
This is, you know... I'm honestly, legitimately jealous of the My Little Pony fandom. Imagine if franchises I liked could get this much content, high quality content. Like, I would love a million Zelda. Well, actually, I guess there are a lot of Zelda fan games. There are a ton of Mario fan games. But the thing is, I guess Pokemon, Pokemon is good because they pretty much get as much content as this franchise in terms of like media stuff, like fan videos and fan games and stuff like that. Pokemon's probably the only thing I can think of that's comparable. Mario has so much games because it's such an easy template.
Well, yeah, and let's not forget the early Flash games.
Yeah.
Man, looking back at some of those...
Mario does get a lot of dedicated... Mario does get a lot of dedicated stuff, because I'm thinking Super Mario 63, that was just so huge that I never finished it and I didn't know how to save.
Did you not... Of course you didn't. Did you not just see that little level design thing? They put that spike there so you instinctively jump over it, but it turns out you can shoot the spike and destroy it. Not talking about spike on the back, but just like you can shoot the spike and destroy it. Because if you jump over it, it's highly likely that the enemy will throw a spear, and then you'll be stunned and go into that pit.
Yeah, that's seriously great level design.
Not on the first time. I don't think that's fair. I mean, it's cool, but I don't think really that's fair.
It's definitely a learning experience type of game.
Yeah, just like when this was my first level. That's the whole thing with Mega Man. You have to remember that sometimes that just like each stage could just be somebody's first level.
Yeah, that's true.
Oops. I know, it's the Sweetie Bots, which is somehow more deadly than the Gutsman robot. But, you know, it's fine too.
For some reason, this almost doesn't fit. Like, animation-wise. I think...
What are you talking about? That face is flawless.
Yeah, it's not 2D enough. This is Mega Man 1, while that looks more like Mega Man 5.
I just realized the significance of having Spike be here. Because, you know, this is Rarity stage.
Oh yeah, and it's also an underground cave, a gem cave. He's probably harvesting
just reminds me of Jewel, man. Okay, can you stop throwing spears at me?
It's just not fair.
Because the thing is that this sprite is longer. Because Mega Pony sprite is longer. So it's not as easy to position as Mega Man. And these guys, I swear that the invincibility thing does not last that long.
Man, they even got the scrolling down.
I mean, that's not hard to do. I mean, well, now people have made enough Mega Man fan games that it's pretty much common knowledge how to do it.
Yeah, it's like the Pokemon tricks of the trade.
Yep.
At least in terms of Gen 2 and 3. Gen 4 and 5 are still too elusive. Which is a shame because I'd play the heck out of Gen 4 and 5 RAM hacks.
Yeah, but why don't you... darn it, what's its name? What is its name? Darn it, it's escaping me. It's of course it's a ROM hack because it's part of this whole thing of the sentence. But I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah,
nice.
Moemon. Just like I skip that part whenever I watch the whole JonTron reaction thing, because even during that part I'm like, yeah, let's just skip over. I'm not really that comfortable with seeing everybody else's reactions to that because it's the same. It's just cringing. That's why I skip a lot of cringing parts when I know they're coming.
Yeah, I expected it to be like a giant robot.
No, they're just the ponies. They're just the ponies just fighting you. The whole giant robot thing is you'll see the reason for that. Also, you'll notice that there is a mouse in the middle of the screen. That is because this is me going back to OBS and forgetting, oh yeah, I have to turn that off. Just so used to the Xbox game thing.
The gems, I get it.
Yeah. Fortunately, I'm really encouraged because my timing for the jump search is wrong.
Are you really gonna die again?
Probably. Maybe I put off a last valiant stand, but she corners me. Or I just use my E-tank. Even though I feel bad about doing that on the first boss, but whatever. Well, first
boss.
Yeah, the first boss I chose. So maybe she is actually really hard because I still apply my rule of mega busting at least once during the game. I need to mega buster a Mega Man games thing only, and I stick by that until the game started getting a little bit weirder on that. Like in Mega Man Zero,
was really kind of OP. It just
hers is her weapon is one of the best in the game. It is really helpful, like most shield weapons in Mega Man games. Because the thing is that I use it incorrectly because I just think it's what projectile, because I wasn't paying attention while this was happening, so I only saw the thing where it was it was one coming out. And so for a while, I only use it to,
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I only use it, just the one, and it's a launching thing. But at the same time, the cost of it is really low. So it's, I think, the best weapon in this game. It's just, despite that, I don't use it very well,
They really got the sprite work is good.
Yep. Oh man, that's just reminding me of how much okay, I won't say I don't ship, but I don't get heavily into shipping. But to me, the whole Fluttershy and Discord thing was just absolutely cute all the time.
Oh. I mean, yeah, I've seen it, but I have never really thought about shipping in this case.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying specifically, not because I'm not shipping that, but everybody thinks that when you bring it up, you're specifically bringing up shipping. I'm like, no, I just find the whole interactions just cute. Kind of like how I find the Rarity and Spike interactions cute, despite the partial awkwardness on Spike's part in certain episodes.
I mean, because it's hard to tell, but I'm assuming the main characters are adults.
Yeah.
So it's not like the pairing was ever going to happen.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I forget, but Spike is a teenager technically now.
Yeah, he's definitely older now. He has wing. I know.
I think they went through a puberty episode technically, so. But considering, it was always weird considering ages, because I'm thinking, there's the stuff that their like families do, just like family business kind of thing, with Applejack, and Pinkie Pie with the rock farm. But I'm thinking like Rarity has her own like clothing line and all that stuff. I'm thinking so that that usually would denote adulthood, but at the same time, in Equestria Girls, they're just in late high school.
Yeah, that's a weird decision. I guess it's not a weird decision because
They wouldn't
chasing the Bratz audience, so that's why they did it.
I mean,
but it doesn't match up.
Yeah, even though I remember when Equestria Girls came out, the first time, and people were just like, "No, this is the opposite of what we wanted," and just like there was a huge fit about it. And while some of the designs I really, really do not like, they're like the definition of stiff and weird. Some of them are pretty cool with, especially
Honestly,
that version of Twilight.
I think they wimped out by not giving them actual races, and it's like, oh, they're all Technicolor. I'm like, no, that looks stupid. But I mean, I guess part of it is that they wanted colorful dolls because colorful dolls, but I'd have preferred if they just made them regular-looking humans.
And then you get specific fan issues about the races. No.
I mean, yeah, but who cares?
They
complain.
You always have that thing, but the companies do. That's the point.
No, but the companies don't care about. There's certain dramas that companies don't care about, and people complaining about race, they don't care about that. Like I would say, especially since like, from what I gather, a big chunk of the fandom already gives them different races already. Like, I see more fan art of what's her face, Twilight Princess. That's not right. Twilight Sparkle as like the generic the black nerd stereotype. I see a lot of that.
Yeah. But that's of course that's part of. I'm not an active part of the fan base. I just like the show, so.
I mean, I would probably say I'm more of, because I don't really watch it that much, but I engage with the media, with the fandom. That doesn't sound with the media. I engage with the franchise, even though I've probably only seen like 10 episodes.
Well, the thing is that I don't keep up with it as just like a normal fan, but especially since a lot of moments and a lot of like full episodes are just like available now. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? It would be nice to just like check out like an episode because it's those kind of things. It's like the thing when you're just like watching a kids show. You know that just like apart from any sort of like stinger, it's something that's going to be resolved at the end of the episode, and they're gonna learn something, and just like some craziness may happen, and I love the crazy episodes, and it's just like. Yeah. It's still just like nice to just sit down and watch sometimes. I
just know that people are split on the later stuff, like I think after season 4.
I thought it was after season 5.
I mean, maybe. I know I watched like the first 3 episodes of season 5. I remember seeing that. I'm thinking,
I know that Starlight
Fluttershy still exactly the same. Well, and I complained about it, and then I was like, you saved the world 10 times, stupid idiot. Stop being shy. But then
that's not how shy works. Just like there is an episode where they do address like where like I think it's when Twilight writes the book about friendship, and then like some of the fans book were like, after all this, why is Fluttershy still shy? It just
and they actually said something. And I'm like, oh. Wow, that actually is something I learned.
Yeah, now write that to Princess Celestia for the day.
Yeah, that surprised me. But so I forgave her, but I don't forgive Pinkie for just being a meme. She's like a Deadpool cosplayer.
Well, yeah, everybody knows that.
And then I realized, oh wow, Rarity is actually the best guy.
Yeah, I know. Just like finally somebody understands Rarity is the best.
It's because I was just like, Rarity, and then I saw the 2 or 3 episodes, and I'm like, yeah, she's the best. With what's it, Twilight Sparkle.
And plus they could, well, yes, just like plus they could have easily made the whole Spike romance thing like one of those, you know it's never going to happen, and then just things just like super
Gravity
awkward.
Falls, where it takes up too much space.
Yeah, but just like they don't, even when they're just like learning stuff normally and just like they have moments, Rarity just like still treats Spike like a precious friend, and he just like takes it, doesn't have to make a line about it.
Yeah, like Clyde in Loudhouse. Oh my gosh, My Little Pony does stuff better than Gravity Falls and Loudhouse.
Yeah, so with the Fluttershy boss, if you rush at her, she will try and like get away from you, as she does. But if you hit any of the animals she shoots out, she launches basically what is the standard Mega Man stop time attack, which is the stare.
Oh.
Yes, so I'd say that she's one of the easiest, except that she throws those flying squirrels out, and their patterns are so hard to weave around when you're actually still trying to fight her. That's actually... a lot of this stuff is hard. This game is not easy, but it's well designed in a lot of cases. There's only like a few parts where I'm just like, okay, no, that's unfair.
Does every single enemy in the game have a crying animation?
No, some of them, they have different animations from when you use a stare. Like the Sniper Joes, which you know as the Secret Police, their version, they just throw away their shields, put on their hats, and just clock out for the day.
Oh my gosh, so much attention to detail.
I know, right? This game is so good.
Okay, but what I was saying is that people complain especially about the new girl that made the main 6 the main 7.
Oh yeah, I brought it up, but we went back. The Starlight Glimmer, just like
apparently 4 of the past 5, like every single season finale is now about her.
Well,
people don't like that.
The thing is about Starlight is that I'm fine with her as a character. It's just that I think that her redemption, not only was it stupid, but it came too quickly. But
I haven't seen the redemption in any episode.
Every part of that episode was pretty great, except for the last part. But the thing is that just like they do bring up the fact that she has issues. She did spend a lot of her life with all of the sages and whatever, because like literally one episode where Twilight is gone for a bit, and I think they have to prepare for a party or whatever. She's trying to coordinate the other ponies, and they're being quirky and doing whatever, and she has no idea how to deal with it. So she decides to use a spell to basically mind control them, to put them on autopilot, so that they do the task she gives them up until they're done. What is
her power? What is her special thing?
She's just really good at magic. She's basically another version of Twilight.
Yes, my Twilight's special skill is magic.
Yes.
Does she have a special? Does she have a
I think it's in this one it's mental magic, but I forget if there's like an episode that's specified.
Okay.
But yeah, her magic seems to affect more. She seems to do more things that affect people's frame of mind and their own abilities. Because there's one time where she switched Celestia and Luna's cutie marks, and thus their duties.
How she? That seems
super powerful.
Yeah, she's really powerful.
Which is exactly why people were mad that when King Sombra came back, just because the 6 came back and turns out everybody was mind controlled at that point, including Starlight. And see the animation's about to happen with the whole stare thing. They're just like, yep, I'm out of here.
That's great.
Yeah, just but the thing is that she's also controlled, and the people are just like, how did she lose? She could do all this stuff. The only reason why Queen Chrysalis was even remotely a threat because she had a magic stopping chair. Throne, but okay, when I say magic stopping chair, that makes it sound super ridiculous, but it was a throne made out of special crystal that could halt magic, which is why Discord didn't just solve the problem immediately. Which is another problem with the show, the fact that Discord just is off on his own sometimes, and he's yet he's literally one of the most powerful entities in the show.
I mean, that's what does that remind me of? I know there's I'm trying to remember. Not Saitama. There's something where I'm this incredibly powerful person is just never around arbitrarily.
Yeah, I think we actually.
Oh yeah, the Dragon Ball Z guys. I guess it makes sense for them because they're neutral.
Yeah. The thing is though is that in the recent like season starting episodes where like it was a two-parter, they actually bring that up. Basically, like Twilight's.
Oh, you've watched the show a lot more than I have.
Yeah. Twilight's about to be but Celestia and Luna are just like, you know what? I think you're ready to just become princess of the land. Because you know she's an Alicorn, so she's technically already qualified.
It's weird that a specific race is just specifically royalty. Isn't that kind of weird?
Yeah, well, she became an Alicorn through some, I forget the means. So I don't know.
So maybe it's more of a promotion than an actual race.
Maybe. But the thing is that, yeah, they were like, you know, we'll probably retire, which brings in a certain question considering they raise the moon and sun, so, but,
and they do that every single day?
Yeah, their magic is specifically celestial magic, so that's what they do.
Yeah, but do they specifically go out in space and do this?
No, not in space, they do it from Earth. Their magic is specifically tied to the celestial body so they can do it from Earth, but that doesn't mean that they're all powerful.
Okay, but then, so who did that before? Whatever.
Yeah, there is a thing where just like, who did that before? What did they, just like, what were knights like when Luna was literally evil for a whole bunch of hundreds of years?
And what about the rest of, so is there...
There are some questions.
So just ignore that, yeah, just continue what you're saying.
But yeah. And Discord was like all for the coronation. It was like, okay, this is cool, you guys are coming into your own and everything. But then things started going horribly wrong. And Twilight started being all neurotic as she tends to be. And just like, the thing is that during this season is the villains are teaming up season, but specifically because Grogar, which I was wondering when he'd show up. You just, from that one, Grogar is that weird goat demon that was in one of the in the original My Little Pony thing. Because I do remember actually watching that as a kid somehow. But that and the Schmooze thing.
This is a weird Baron. Okay, continue.
Yeah.
I could accept the farm, but this Baron is just ridiculous.
Well, Discord is, like, has a hand in this, so, you know. That's literally his job. The Chaos guy. So, yeah, the thing is that Grogar, like, came in, it turns out that he's, like, the most powerful. He's just, like, been nerfed because somebody took away his bell, and his bell was a plot point in the My Little Pony thing at the beginning too, so, you know, that works out. And the thing is that he's like trying to basically every villain that hasn't reformed at this point, he's captured / revived to team up to defeat Twilight Sparkle. And one of them basically goes off on their own, because of course villains aren't just going to immediately work together. They even had an entire song about that, and it's an amazing song. But the thing is that King Sombra goes and, you know, takes over the entire kingdom, destroys the Tree of Harmony, and just like just like when they manage to fight through their brainwashed friends and get back into the castle, turns out Discord's just around, and they're just like, oh, thank whatever god figure they say in the show.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, that just like, you're here, Discord, now everything will be fixed, and Discord's like, yeah, everything will be fixed. It's like, he knows that if he just fixes the problem now, they won't learn anything. So it turns out that King Summer is like super small potatoes compared to a god of chaos. So he intentionally gets himself hurt protecting Fluttershy, just so that everybody else can like step up. And then at the end, like, he reveals that he's not hurt, and they're initially very angry with him, but it's like, no, I specifically gave you a speech about how you had the power inside yourselves all along to accomplish this and everything. And they said it's like, so Discord could have solved this King Sombra problem on his own at any point in time, but he didn't, because he wanted them to develop as people.
So he's literally the Dragon Ball Z guys then. He just does nothing. Even though he can. Well, he's basically neutral.
Yeah, neutral unless Fluttershy is in trouble.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's the difference between Beerus and Whis is that they're specifically neutral at the top of the jobs, but they have a specific job to do that they don't need to do it. Discord's just doing stuff for the funsies because he's the god of chaos, which is interesting because in the comics there's one thing in the comics. I don't follow the comics, but I did notice something that was brought to my attention. Is that in the past, like, he saw Primordial God of Destruction from the stars, and just like they basically fell in love and started messing with people. Except it turns out that she was way more hardcore and like actually super dangerous.
Which franchise are we talking about?
My Little Pony, the same one.
Okay, are we talking about Dragon Ball?
No. It's just like she was actually super dangerous. So when she was sealed away, most of the blame got put on Discord, and that's why he was like sealed, and so he was pissed about that. Some people are sort of mad because it sounds like it's like, oh, Discord wasn't actually that bad. And technically, that is correct, but it's one of those little retcon things.
Yeah, I guess they want to make him lighter.
Yeah. It does explain why he does crumble easier as quickly as he does once he finds just a genuine friend in Fluttershy. So I'm fine on that front.
I guess that makes sense.